Hi, second grade. Today is Thursday, May 7th, 2020. Our objective today is I can learn the meaning of the prefix un. Un, Kipsters, is similar to dis. The meaning of the prefix un is not or opposite of. Kipsters, yesterday we began to analyze words and think about the prefix, which a prefix is a word part that comes at the beginning of a word. Yesterday, Kipsters, we analyzed words with the prefix dis. And remember, words are made up of meaningful parts. And the part that we were analyzing and focused on yesterday was the prefix. Kipsters, there were a lot of Kipsters that didn't watch the video and were a little confused about yesterday's assignment, and that's okay. Number one, Ms. McAfee always explains at the end of the video the assignment and how to complete it. Two, even if there are some second graders that aren't following the direction of watching the video, there are directions that are here. The practice was to look at the base word, add the prefix dis to this base word, and then write the new word here, then write the new meaning of the word. If you didn't watch the video yesterday, then you didn't get that the prefix dis meant not or opposite of. So I had Kipsters that were looking in the dictionary or giving me Google definitions of what the word meant. But really, I wanted you to really think about when I put this prefix on, this word, these letters at the beginning of the word that change the meaning. When I have the word appear and I add the prefix dis, I get disappear. Disappear means to not appear, right? When I have the word order and I write disorder, the new meaning is the opposite of order because the prefix dis means not or opposite of. Respect. I had a lot of Kipsters say disrespect was to be unkind. But again, really focusing on dis meaning not or opposite of, then the new meaning is not to not respect, the opposite of respect. I also said yesterday that I'm giving you an example of a sentence using, you only need to use one of these words here. But don't use the word or a word from my example. So you could have used disappear, disorder, disrespect. And there are a lot of Kipsters that did a really good job of coming up with sentences that not only used the words, but made sense. So great job, Kipsters. Now let's watch a video about the prefix un and its meaning. Oh, not yet. First, let's talk about what we're going to do today. Then we'll watch the video. So it's day 4. We're going to analyze the prefix un. We're going to introduce ourselves to the prefix un and analyze what it means and how it changes the meaning of words. We'll watch a quick video about it. We will practice blending words that have the prefix un. We will practice reading a sentence and identifying words from the sentence that have sight words and that have a word that has prefix un in it. Then I'll talk through our independent practice today. Again, Kipsters, watching this phonics video, then completing the independent practice. Now let's watch that video.
Hello there, Sandy. What are you doing? Unloading the washing machine. Unlucky. I know how much you hate chores. Do you know why we used un in front of loading to describe you taking out the washing? No. Well, let's learn about the prefix un. Well, un is a prefix because it is placed before another word. Prefixes can change the meaning of words when placed before them, and un does just that. Un usually changes a word to its opposite. What you must understand is that the root word stays the same. But it's the prefix un that changes its meaning. Let's look at some examples. could be feeling unwell.
What does that mean?
You will
Not
need a
well.
key to unlock the door.
Opposite of lock.
When you take off your coat, you will need to unzip it.
Not zip it.
Do you understand how we used it now, Sandy? Good. Well, you best get back to unloading the washing machine.
Not loading. Awesome, Kipsters. I hope that gave you some clear-cut examples of when and how to use the prefix un. Let's get into blending words. So the first thing that we want to do when we're trying to look at words that have prefixes is we want to first find the base word. So take about 10 seconds, look at the words in line 3. First, identify the base word. Then we'll talk about their meaning. Begin. Great, Kipsters. Let's read the base words together. Ready? 1, 2, ready, read. Kind, written, fair, wise. What does it mean when you are kind? You got it. You are nice, right? What does it mean when something is written? You got it. Using some sort of tool, something is put down on paper, right? Fair means balanced or even. Wise meaning to have knowledge. Now we think once we put the prefix or the word, letter, or word parts, letters that come at the beginning of the word, now how does that change the word kind or change the meaning of the word kind? Remember, the prefix un means not or opposite of. So if a word or if the word kind means nice, now if I put un as a prefix at the beginning of the word kind, now what does that mean? Yes. So now the new meaning is if somebody was kind, now they are the opposite of kind. They are not kind if they are unkind. So something that was written was somebody by hand took some sort of writing utensil and wrote it down. Now if something is unwritten, you got it. It's the opposite of written. Unfair. Yep, that means it's not fair. Something that's wise before, if it's unwise now, that means it is not wise. You got it. Let's read all of these words fluently now that we've added the prefix un onto them. Ready? 1, 2, ready, read. Unkind, unwritten, unfair, unwise. Now let's look at the 4 words in line 4. First, let's identify the base word and discuss its meanings. Begin. Great job, Kipsters. We've got able, schwa, aware, pack, happy. I want us to think through, what does it mean when you are able to do something? You got it. You have the ability or the condition to be able to do the ability to do something. Aware means you recognize things. Pack, right? That's a verb. That's an action. You're putting things into something. And then happy is a feeling, right? Meaning you are feeling glad. Now let's think about if we add the prefix un to all of these words, what is the new meaning of these words? Remember, un means not or opposite of. Let's take the word unable. You got it. That means you are now not able. If you are aware, Now you are unaware. That means you are not aware. Pack. If you pack something into your backpack, you're putting things into your backpack. But if you unpack, you got it. That's the opposite of pack. Happy. If you are happy, you're glad. If you are unhappy, you are not happy. Alrighty, Kipsters. Now let's practice blending sentences. First, let's identify the high frequency words. Take about 10 seconds to do so. If you need more time, pause the video. Kipsters, this is what Miss McAfee notices. I see it, was, had, his, or the. Alrighty, Kipsters. Now that we've identified the sight words, now let's look for words that have the prefix un. Do you see it? I do as well. Unclear. First, let's start by identifying the base word, clear. If something is clear, you got it. We could think about clear meaning transparent, right? Clear can also mean that to have understanding, okay? But if we now add the prefix un to the word, what does that mean? How does that change something from clear when it is unclear? You got it. Now it is not clear. I also see another word, Kipster, that has a prefix from yesterday. Dis. You got it. Located, right? I've got the word located. I add located just means that there is a location for something. You know where something is. But if I add the prefix dis, which also means not or the opposite of, you got it. That means something is not located. When something is dislocated, it is not located. Now that we've identified both words that have prefixes, let's read the sentence silently to ourselves, and then we'll read it together. Begin. Kipsters, if you need more time, go ahead and pause the video, but let's try to read this sentence together. Let's begin. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, read. It was unclear whether Abe had dislocated his knee during practice or the game. So it was not clear whether Abe had, and this word dislocated is something that happens to somebody's body. So it's the opposite of located, his knee during the practice or the game. All right, Kipsters. Now let's move on and talk about what your independent practice will be. Again, you will have a Google form. Today, there will be a mix of identifying the correct meaning of a word and then also the correct spelling with the prefix added on. All right. Do your best work, Kipsters. Make sure you're watching the video all the way through. If you have any questions, make sure you leave Miss McAfee a comment, or I'll see you during office hours on Friday. Kipsters, have a wonderful day.